to go to poetry events. But sometimes after all that, I love to be by myself so I can be my best self. And so I'll put the link of the article. Basically, I guess it's an opinion piece or just an experience piece. But it's true. You get passed up for promotions and bonuses and different things because being silent is somehow it's intimidating for people because they don't know how not to fill up the silence, and that's unfair. And it's also stereotyping people based on what they look like or their cultures of how someone has to be. You know, I do recognize that there are times where I would love to be able to feel comfortable striking up conversation with certain strangers. And maybe anxiety or worry or discomfort holds me back, but that doesn't make me a lesser person for it. I do like small groups. I do like quality over quantity. And that is what it is. But I too can be fun and loud and human and loving, and I feel feelings. A lot of people think I don't have feelings, but I have them. I just don't like expressing them so expressively. But I feel them. And how I work through my processes is more analytically than outward expression. I will say less. I will listen more. But my depth is not lesser than because of it. And I appreciate every single introvert that has come to me and said, "You're going to be my friend." Because some of these people are still my friend. And so we need each other. And I am appreciative of you. But just a thought to have when you meet somebody who is silent and you find it odd, but maybe they're just feeling things out. And in time, we all slowly open up. I think of it as like a rose or popcorn. There is a seed, it opens up, and you might just find somebody dope. Thank you for listening. I have been stalking Anchor for the longest. I've seen how easy it is to edit stuff, to record from your phone, work on it with your computer. I've even done some testing with friends to see how it works. So it's super easy. It sounds really, really good. You're listening to me right now. And they'll put it everywhere that you listen to podcasts. From Apple to Google to Spotify and everywhere else. And you can make money from it without, having this huge base of people. So download Anchor app today or go to anchor.fm to get started and do what you've been wanting to do now. So this is a segment about what I'm listening to. It could be music. I am an audio bibliophile, which means I like audiobooks a lot. My dad used to give me stories on our way home, and I've realized over time that I take in things better orally. I am an adult. So that can be anywhere from learning. I realized that my favorite lectures are the most like in-depth auditory lectures instead of just reading off of something. And so I have fallen into an audiobook gear. And there was this one book that I really, really enjoyed. And because I've been talking about self-care in this episode, I wanted to talk about The Astonishing Color of After, and it's in any kind of format. I listen to all of my audiobooks through the Libby app, which is the library app. All you need is your library card to get it popping. And I've read like 50-something books, so we'll probably talk about those later. But I recently finished Astonishing Color of After, and man, I had to pause it sometimes because it was tough to get through. But it's basically a conversation of mental illness and depression and how the stigma affects not only the person, but the family. And Emily does such a great artistic creation of weaving fantasy, Asian fantasy, into how to live with your grief and grow and feel the grief. And she paints it like the main character draws, and she goes through different colors to explain what she's feeling. And it's a young adult fantasy, but it was just so well done and expressed and beautiful. There is friendship, there is love, there is the seeing the breaking process and how everything starts shattering and finding a way to slowly pick up those pieces while having symbolism along with it. And I don't want to give away too much of the book, but she travels back to her family and reconnects in a way to learn through her grief. And I just wanted to share that because it was just such a really important book, and the author's note is really dope of why she created the book, and her own experiences helped her write it out, and I could feel it. And so to that Twitter person at Julian the Poet who recommended it, wow. Like I said on Twitter, I was Mariah Carey wall sliding. I had to stop it and come back. But it was a really dope concept. And so that is what I am listening to. And I'll be moving on to my next book since I completed it. So that is The Astonishing Color of After by Emily X.R. Pan. Thank you for listening, everyone. Adios, nos vemos. See you later. Napalepita. This was another episode of Creatively Exposed, and you can find me on all of the interwebs as Liz Flo, LYSZFLO, and on Instagram, Creatively Exposed without the E. sign up, show up, hit me up. There's also voice memos that you can send. Rate, review, subscribe. Let's keep the conversation going. Thank you.